Hey guys, it is smokedalive. Welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be filming my go-to makeup bag and what I take with me when I travel. So if you're interested in what's inside of my bag, then just keep watching. Okay, so let's start off with this makeup bag. It is bigger than my face, but it is also not crazily too big, you know? So I did get this at Walmart, I think, no joke, 5, maybe 8 years ago, and it is still in perfect condition. It's amazing. It was like 10 bucks, I think. So if you're interested in a Walmart makeup bag, get it. Okay, starting off with primers, I always take the Benefit Porefessional primer with me. This is amazing for oily skin and for people with larger pores or fine lines and wrinkles. It just helps and smooths everything out. I love this guy. If you've been with me for a while, you know that this is always in my bag. And of course, because I'm Caprice and I roll this way, I always need more than one primer. So this is an actual sample from Sephora, and it is the Laura Mercier Foundation Primer with a SPF of 30. I love this. I've been using it for about 3 months now, and it makes my skin feel hydrated and nice and plump, but it's not overly hydrating. It makes my foundation go on so smooth. I'm obsessed with this, and these two together, match made in heaven. This is the Hello Flawless Oxygen Wow Broad Spectrum SPF 25 Brightening Sunscreen Makeup by Benefit. Okay, so I just went on a trip, and my friend gave this to me, so it is too dark for me, but I wanted to try it anyway, and it changed my world. This is a very dewy, lightweight, beautiful foundation. It does not intensify any pores, any fine lines. It literally looks flawless. I got the most compliments on my skin that I have ever gotten wearing this foundation. It is amazing. So I'm going to be purchasing a shade in my color. And I always bring 2 foundations with me, and I bring 1 drugstore. The foundation that I bring is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation, because this is completely different from the Benefit one. This is one that's going to give me a more matte finish, and it's going to last all day long. So look at me go. I'm totally going in order. So I bring 2 concealers with me. I bring the Naked Skin Urban Decay Concealer. You guys know that I really like this. And I also bring my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, depending on what I'm going for. This is going to give me a more heavy-duty full coverage look, and this is amazing for priming the lids and also carving out the brows. And this is good for a more natural semi-medium coverage concealer. So these are the 2 concealers that I bring with me. So I did just mention that I prime my lids with the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, but sometimes I don't want something that heavy and full coverage. So I always take the Urban Decay Primer Potion with me, and this is something that I use on the daily. It is a lot more lightweight primer, and I really like it, and that's why it's in my go-to makeup bag. Okay, so another thing that was given to me over this trip is the Hello Flawless Benefit Powder. Again, this is too dark for me, but I love this powder, and I've been super into using it for bronzer. This is in the shade Beige, and so if you are a fair skin tone and you're looking for a very smooth, beautiful bronzer that's super light, I would go for the Hello Flawless Benefit Powder in Beige. So the next powder that I bring with me is the Hoola bronzer, and I love this. I mean, all of you guys know what this looks like. I'm sure many of you have used this. This is what I have to contour my cheeks today, and I've been very into contouring with this, even though it is a bronzer. I've decided to start wearing foundation that's actually my shade, and start using products that are actually made for lighter, fair skin tones. So my foundation and powder routine has changed, and this is amazing for contour. So a lot of you guys like to bake your skin, which is totally okay, but a lot of the times baking can get too heavy for me. So I've been going in with the Nars Transulecent Crystal Powder, and I've actually been putting that underneath my contour because it's very light. If you are a medium or dark skin tone, this is not gonna work for you. But if you are fair and you want to lighten up this area and carve it out amazingly, this powder is bomb for it. Absolutely stunning. I know it is expensive, it's Nars, but it is worth cutting that contour. I mean, look. Woo! Okay, we have one more powder, and this is the Katvond Shade and Light Contour Kit. You guys know I love this. It is my go-to contour kit. So this is what I set my under eyes with, are these two. Clearly I've hit pan. I love to mix the yellow and the more peachy white shade, and I mix those together and it gives me the perfect under eye color. And then I have hit pan on this guy too, and this is the shade Subconscious. And so what I'll do is I'll go in just the very back, and just kind of add that contour right there, and I think it blends beautifully. I love this palette. If you are wanting a great contour palette, go for this. Okay, so let's move on to highlighters. I love the Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighters, and this is one of my favorite kits to take with me. It is the Gleam Kit. I've showed this on my channel before, but it is amazing. You have this really pretty peachy pink shade, you have this icy shade, then you have some bronzer shades if you want. For me, they're a little bit too dark, but you can do them as like an overlay over your blush if you want. So this is just a really compact, easy way for me to pack a highlighter and have a couple different options. If I want more of like a goldy one, I can actually mix these two together and kind of create like my own custom highlighter. So this is my go-to highlighting kit. Ah! One of the shadows just fell out. Okay, so in this palette, I do have the Makeupgeek Shadow in Corrupt, and I love this. It is my favorite go-to black shadow, super blendable and highly pigmented. And then I do have the shade Cocoa Bear, which is my go-to warm, bronzy brown that looks amazing with black smoky eyes. And then all the shadows fell out, so let me grab them. I have the shade Peach Smoothie, which if you've been watching my channel for a while now, you know that this is my go-to transition shade. I'm obsessed with this color, and I'm about to hit pan and I'm gonna cry because I need to get more. Next, I have the shade Beaches and Cream, and this is a little bit more cool tone. It doesn't have nearly as much peach in it, but it is a beautiful transition shade nonetheless. And then the next shade I have is the shade Creme Brule. This is a beautiful, warm tone transition shade. It is stunning. So really all of my transition shades are in this palette. I love this one. And the shimmer shade that I have is the shade Shimma Shimma, and this is a beautiful shade to either highlight the cheekbones with, the inner corner, or the brow bone. Okay, so that is it for this Makeupgeek palette. It is really my go-to smoky eye palette. It has every single color that I could possibly need for smoky eye. So let's move on to the other shadows. Oh look, I forgot one. This is the shade Vanilla Bean. This is perfect to if you want to highlight the brow bone, but you don't want it to be like shimmery, or you want an all over color for the lid. This one is perfect. Okay, so moving on to my MAC shadows. If you've been watching me for a while, you know that I'm obsessed with reds and like purpley toned smoky eyes. And so this is the shade Sketch. This is the most beautiful burgundy, purpley, maroony shade ever. I seriously needed to pot these, but the next shade that I always bring with me is the shade Mystery. This is a perfect cool toned brown. It's not quite gray and it's not quite brown. It's right in between. It is the perfect color to mix with anything, and I always like to have this just in case I don't want to go with the shade Cocoa Bear that's super warm. I can go in with the shade Mystery. This is the shade Omega. It basically looks like nothing, and it kind of is nothing, but that is exactly why I like it, because it is stunning as a transition shade. I love using this for gray looks or red looks. I'm obsessed with this color. Okay, like I said, I have a lot of shadows. This is the last MAC shadow, and this is the shade Uninterrupted. I guess they did discontinue this, which I am so confused as to why, because this shade is amazing. It is the perfect baby puke color, as Jacqueline Hill would say. And I love this. It is perfect for a very grungy smoky eye. So I can replace it with the browns, or I can replace it with the grays and just create this intense grungy smoky eye. And I'm loving this shade for the last couple of years now. I cannot, absolutely not go without my Sugarpill Love Plus Red Shadow. This is the most beautiful, highly pigmented, red shade. You can make it super fiery or super light. I actually use this as a transition shade even. It's very versatile depending on what brush you use and how pigmented you want to go. It's very buildable. So if you're looking for a red shadow, girl, get this one. Okay, last but not least, you guys know I love this, and it is the Melt Cosmetics Love Sick Stack. It has this super awesome orange shade, which I'd love to pop in the inner corner in case I don't want something like Shimma Shimma. And then it has this gorgeous red shade, which is my favorite shade in the entire planet, and I use this 24/7. The next shade is Fixated, and I like to bring this just in case I want to do a more colorful look and just pop some blues in there like I have on now. And then it has this really cool iridescent shimmer purple shade, and this is awesome to pop over top of the lid if I don't want a boring black smoky eye. If you have not had this, get it. It is $48 and it is worth all of your money. Let's move on. Oh, I lied. I am a liar. Okay, so we have one more or two more shadows. Gosh, I bring way too many shadows, but I gotta have options. I gotta have a brown smoky eye, a cool tone smoky eye, a grungy smoky eye, a red smoky eye, and then a colorful one, depending on what I wanna do. You never know. Okay, so this is the Makeup Forever shadows. This is, I honestly don't know the number, but it is a very pinky, shimmery shade. It is perfect for the inner corner. And then this white one is perfect for all over the lid and to pop and really intensify that brow bone without making it shimmery. So I love to have these on deck as well. Ow, I got that in my hair. Moving on. Okay, so I did just recently get this guy, and it has trumped every single other blush that I own, and it is the shade Party. It is the most beautiful, perfect mid-tone pink. It goes with browns, oranges, reds. You can do any look you want with this, so this is my go-to blush, and especially for travel. And it is in the shade Party. I'm not sure if this is specifically just to the birthday present that you get from Sephora, because that's where I got it, or if you can actually purchase this color. Either way, Tarte blushes, get them, they're amazing. Inside my makeup bag, I put this in there, and I got this in Mexico for like 25 cents. And this has all of my little things in it, like pencils, lipsticks, all of that stuff. So let's move on to that. So for brows, right now I have this exact brow on, and this is the Brow Beater Microfine Brow Pencil by Urban Decay. And then I go in with my e.l.f. brow gel and I brush my brows straight up. This is a very easy go-to 3-minute brow that's super quick. I hardly put any of this in there, just kind of fill it in just a tiny bit. And this is my natural brow that I do. And then when I don't do a natural brow, I go in with the MAC Cosmetics Dip Down I go in with the MAC Cosmetics gel liner and dip down. So this is actually a gel liner, and that's how I do my really intense carved out brow. For mascara, I'm all about the drugstore, and I'm all about the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara. And then I do like to go in with this one sometimes too. This is the Telescopic. This one is really good for your lower lash lines for very intense spread out spidery lashes. So mascara, check, check. For liner, I like to either bring my MAC gel liner, which I cannot find right now, or the NYX eyebrow pencil in, what shade? Black. So this is technically an eyebrow pencil, which I don't know if that's why it stays in my waterline so well, but this stays in my waterline amazingly. I'm obsessed with this, and it's very cheap. The other liner that I bring is the Katvond liner in Trooper. But I have to say, guys, I took the NYX liner, which apparently is discontinued, on the trip with me, and I've never been able to do wing liners so good, and I'm obsessed with that. And I was going to show you it, but I can't find it because I used it today, and I don't know where I put it. But the NYX liner, or not, sorry, not the NYX, the NYC liner. NYC liner. It's like $2. It's amazing. Amazing. And I was going to show you it, but I can't find it, and it doesn't really matter because it's apparently freaking discontinued when I just figured out how to do wing liner. Great. Moving on to lip liners. I love the NYX lip liner in Pale Pink if I want to do a more pink lip. Then I have the lip liner in, all you guys can guess, Stone, one of my favorite liners. This is if I want a really dark, grungy look. And then I do have a newfound favorite lip liner that has taken over Stone, which is a big deal. This is the lip liner in the shade Nude Beige by NYX Cosmetics. Oh my gosh, I have it on right now. Such a good liner. Love it. Goes with every single nude I could possibly think of. Done. So, oh no, it's starting to fade. It's probably travel. So this is a liquid, or not liquid. This is a lip ammunition by Jeffree Star in the shade Celebrity Skin. It is stunning. Woo! Look at that. So pretty. I actually have it on right now. Love this shade, and I will definitely be repurchasing this. And I like to have a regular lipstick versus a liquid lipstick because sometimes my lips cannot handle the dryness of liquid lipstick. So this is a really good trade-off. This is the shade Cashmere by Lime Crime. This is my favorite color ever. Love this shade. Almost running out. Gonna cry. So if I want to go for a nude, I go for the shade Nude by Melt Cosmetics, and this is a very peachy nude like that. So I like to have options in case I want to have like a grungy look, or if I want to go for something a little bit more nudie. And last but not least, I always take the Intense Butter Gloss shade Cookie Butter with me. I love this. It is so pale, so nude, so amazing. Goes with any look you want to do, and I always have this in my bag. Okay, last but not least, setting sprays. I always take my NYX matte setting spray and then my NYX dewy setting spray, just depending on what kind of look that I want. And these always go in there because they're super small, quick, cheap. It's not a big deal if they break or get cracked or anything like that. Whew! All right. I did just want to thank you guys for your support and for your love and for subscribing to my channel and liking my videos and commenting. I've been having a very hard time with YouTube lately and feeling motivated and capable to do this. So that's probably why you haven't seen a video from me in a while. So thank you. It means a lot when you guys interact with me, and yeah. So I hope to see you guys next week. I love you guys. I really do. Thank you.